Welcome back to another episode of the Blocc Is Hot, where we don't make or break the news, we just give our takes. Cause it looked like the universe wanted to hear more from us, man. We had to spin the block, man. What's happening with you?
Man, slow boogie, man. Like you say, it's been a heavy news cycle, and it definitely needed some commentary on this, man, because we got professional crash out and professional victims and all kind of things going on, man.
Man, shit I'm talking about went from 0 to 100, like shit, in the last 2 weeks. Like, we got nothing but content now, man. That's what we wanted.
Yeah, that's correct. And it's, that's how it be, bro. That's how the world works, man. It might be dry, and then you might have some content that'll carry you to the summer.
For real. And look, we gonna start out because everything we finna talk about, man, this stuff that's fresh off the press. So let's start off. You caught the Wilder fight?
I seen the highlights. I ain't catch the fight, to be honest with you. I was in the mix. I went back home, but I did see the highlights.
From what you done seen on little traffic, you seen, I know you would kind of jump in the comments, see what's going on, see kind of what people felt about it. What's the vibe you see around the fight and seeing about Wilder getting back in the ring?
I seen a lot of his fans. He was like that. I don't know. See, I ain't know the caliber of the dude he was fighting.
Yeah.
And the clip that I seen circulating was when he was finishing him off. You feel me?
Yeah.
He finished him off in a nice style, so he looked it good. But if he a bum, then it don't count for nothing. But if he was one of them guys working his way up the ranks, then hey, it's like, he still got it. It's just styles make fights.
Yeah.
So he might not have lost it. He just met somebody that's bigger, that's better. Like we seen Canelo do what Wilder did forever. Ran into Bud and looked like a bum. But we all know Canelo not a bum. We know Wilder not a bum.
Yeah.
Wilder just, ran into Fury. One of them, I think he won. I think two of them he could have won. I think one he won and one he could have went anyway, and one was a clear loss. But he ain't no bum. Fury was a big boy that knew how to box. He was like Tim Duncan in boxing.
Yeah, and boy, you hit it on the head. Fury is a lot more technical sound than people actually gave him credit for, because he ain't got the athletic build like Wilder. He don't look like, like Anthony Joshua, Muhammad Ali. He ain't got that physique. He just look like a cat that's a barroom brawler. But he is very athletic. He's slick with his hands. He can get in and out, move good around the ring. But here go what I feel about Wilder. To me, because a couple people jumped in my comments when I did some commentary on it leading up into the fight, because I seen the last couple fights when Wilder started, I was a big Wilder fan, the bomb and all that. To me, I felt like he never advanced past that big punch. He never learned how to box. He's looking for that one big blow, and I didn't see the fight either, so I don't want to be too critical of this one. I saw the kind of finishing off part, and it's them big haymakers. We know he can put you to sleep at any time, but to me, his conditioning been questionable. Like the last fight, then he talking about the costume was too heavy, and a couple times when Wilder pulled him deep in the water, he just laying on Fury. So his conditioning always kind of been questionable. And I think early on, I thought he was kind of like Tyson. I thought he had that one big punch, but I thought he could actually develop into a better boxer, because he was fighting powder puffs at first. But I'm still pulling for him, but I need to see more, because I'm like you. The name he fought, it didn't jump out at me, so that let me know there wasn't no top-notch fighter, but I think he's respectable. But I need to see a little bit more from Wilder, because I was actually calling for him to hang it up a couple years ago, because I ain't like the way he was losing. But I'm kind of with you, man. I'm pulling for the cat to come back, and I was glad to see him get in the ring and handle his business this week. Overall, I think from what I seen on the clips, it was a decent showing. Like I say, somebody jumped in my comments and said the fight was sloppy to watch, the whole thing. So, hey, I reserve judgment until I see the full thing about that.
I always felt like he didn't have the best defense. You know what I'm saying?
Another good point.
And there's a few things he might have could have added to his offense, but he didn't have the best defense. Like Tyson had his duck and dodge and head movement.
There you go.
In his arsenal. It was just kind of like he looking to hurt you. He like Tank Davis. He looking to hurt you. He ain't had a glass jaw. Once I can get what I'm looking for, I got you. And it was like that for at least 15 fights.
Yeah.
At least for 15 fights, the man will beat the brakes off. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that right connect, it was
we saw nice. Ortiz, boy, when the boy Uchai was sick. That was a good fight. He was a good big puncher. Like, ain't no bomb, bro. He just ran into Fury, and I think for some time, this when he went bad, when he got successful. Being for real, I believe he got some money. He stopped being hungry as he was, and he relied solely on his natural power versus, like you saying, adding to your game and just learning how to box.
And I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. And I ain't gonna act like I'm no boxing trainer, but I got a couple partners that box. I got my Uncle Sonny, God bless the dead, huge boxing fan. Used to sit us in front of the TV way back in the day when you had to pay for pay-per-view and watch Tyson and just shit. Hopefully the fight went more than a round. But to me, Wilder, at his height and his length, I never seen him use the jab like he should have been using. Like with his length, he should be jabbing people up out the ring, but he don't set nothing up with that jab and have nothing behind it. It's just that one lights out punch he looked for, and I just hadn't seen him advance past that. And I think that's what I'm talking about boxing, because it's a science to boxing. When you really like that, when you look at the top ones, it's a science to setting up punches. If you know you got that NyQuil in your right hand, set something up with the NyQuil. Give him a little tea first, you know what I'm saying? But that's the part I say where he ain't advanced past just being a slugger. So that's kind of what I've been looking for. Man, use that jab, Wilder. You 6'7", 6'8", use that jab, dog. And you'll be way better than you even think to know. And I don't see how a trainer ain't been in your ear coaching the shit out you about using that jab since day one with your height and your power and your skill set. But I'm with you, though. He ain't no bum. He just need to polish up. And right now, he on the back nine. So whatever he got, he just going to have to bring it.
Yeah, real talk.
Now, speaking of fights, this wasn't a physical fight, but I know you've seen this. This was all over the internet. Staley and Gino from UConn. Now, UConn been kicking ass, man. I'm talking about the last decade, 2 decades. Gino got a lot of dubs on this belt, man. How you felt the way he reacted when done, and then they hugged him out? It wasn't just no like buzzer beater. But to me, now, you watch sports too. I don't know how you feel. To me, I feel like a buzzer beater worse. You got hugged out, so I don't understand why you wasn't prepared to go shake this woman's hand and just be a stand-up guy. You know what I'm saying? But how you feel when you saw that in action?
That was weird. Like, when they come, like, weird. I ain't never seen Gino do that to none of the other coaches. Yeah. So that was weird to me, man. I felt like he was out of pocket. He was being a sore loser. And I felt like, old as he is, I believe Dunn might have got the best of him, like she said.
Man, Dunn from Philly, dog. I wouldn't doubt it, dog. Dunn ain't having it, man. She came
Philly
up there
like Dallas. Listen, in real life, Philly like Dallas. It's a lot of boxing going on in those two cities.
For real.
So
for real,
it wouldn't surprise me if she didn't punch the heavy bag before.
Yeah,
because it's so common in the community. When you said your partner box, I'm like, nigga, you're in Dallas. I've been in the penitentiary with a bunch of Dallas dudes, and 6 out of 10 people you interact with from the D didn't hit a heavy bag before. They got a stance, they got a form.
They box.
Yeah.
Them niggas box out here. Matter of fact, quick story, I used to work with one of the Haney's. One of the Haney brothers used to work when I first moved out here. He was the young brother. He was just coming up before the other one was already pro. And his daddy, because I was like, man, why everybody riding this dude? I was used to see cats coming up to him, like, what your daddy, man? How your dad? I'm like, who is this dude? They was like, nah, man, that's Haney. That's little Haney. His daddy, like one of the big trainers around here. So I used to, he cool cat, man.
What's Haney?
Is it Devin, Derek? Because I think all of them names start with a C, but he used to ride motorcycles.
Devin Haney, he's from Dallas? I thought they was from Oakland.
No, there's some Haney's from here. Their dad is a trainer. Yeah. Used to ride bikes and shit. Cool.
Oh, okay. A trainer, okay.
Yeah. His dad used to train out here in man, cool as hell. But I ain't even know that boy would put you to sleep. Someone told me, like, nah, man. They said, man, that's Haney, bro. That dude box. And like you said, though, with Dunn, it was crazy to see. And I think Gino kind of got a track record. And I know you said you ain't seen him act like that with other coaches, but there's been a couple other coaches he was kind of dismissive of. I don't think to that extent after a loss. And it's just, I don't understand, because his teams, UConn be on like 100-game winning streaks, 2 and 3 national titles in a row. And I even seen Dunn lose today. Dunn got her issue. She went over there to UCLA coach, man, hugged that lady, congratulated. Man, when you bust ass in these sports, college and professional, you gonna get your issue one day, man. And it was just crazy. Like you said, it was a weird interaction. I wasn't expecting that out of Gino on that stage and that platform. And then the weak-ass excuses he used. She didn't shake my hand before the game. One of the players ripped the drip. And with cameras everywhere, all that got debunked before the next day. Before 24 hours, they was like, nah, bro. And I seen he done came out and apologized now. So hopefully they move on from the situation, because I've seen pictures back in the day with him and Doug coaching USA. And, they always seem to have a good, sports relationship. Nothing too buddy, but just mutual respect for each other. I say that in they feels from what they doing. But yeah, I just wanted your commentary on that, man. Just kind of see how you felt about that in action.
One last thing. I feel like Don may not be so friendly about it, because once they done lost out, so she might go feel like they might distract the team, they might distract me. He gonna be willing to do it because she didn't advance after that. Now, if she won that state championship, Gino wouldn't have been wanting to be cool. It'd have been a forever. He'd have despised her forever. He'd have been envious forever. But he'd be cool now because she done lost out. Like, yeah, you ain't match up so well against UCLA. We probably would have beat the brakes off of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little easy to eat that humble pie when you feel like, hey, we on the same playing field. I ain't gotta go kiss the ring.
And then she got beat in the same fashion that he got beat by 30 points. So it's like, damn, y'all blowed us out and got blowed out. Yeah, I'm cool with it. My apologies. We did apologize before the loss, right? So he didn't know she was gonna lose like that.
Yeah,
but he did it to save face because that was clown behavior, bro.
That was clown behavior, and it was so many people calling for it and saying he was wrong. Like I say, everything that he tried to use for the reaction, it got debunked with under 24 hours. It's too many cameras in the gym at a national in a semifinal game. So everything he tried to say, didn't shake my hand before the game. That was a lie. She went through the whole staff and was trying to shake everybody's hand, greeting before the game. One of your players ripped my jersey. That was a lie. The player ripped their own jersey. So everything he tried to say that would have justified it, so to speak, it got debunked. But I just wanted your opinion on that. But speaking of unjustifiable behavior, what really got us here today, what really made us spin the block, happened right here in Dallas in January, and I ain't even know the shit happened right up under my nose. The Pooh Shiesty situation.
On my birthday.
And I know, that was your birthday?
On my birthday. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. And
that happened on my birthday.
I always be waiting to talk to you when I hear shit like this, because you always be knowing way more behind the scenes shit with me when it comes to some of the interactions or some of the contract deals and some of the shit just went on behind the scenes. So the details of said contract that Pooh Shiesty is trying to get out of, or now it don't even matter if he get out of it or not. Yeah. What brought him to that point with Gucci?
Well, it wasn't so, the contract to me was the excuse. I mean, I'm sure he was an average contract, standard contract. You know what I'm saying? He ain't signed nothing that nobody else signed. What he did do was he got a song with 800 million streams. I mean, with 800 million sales, that's almost diamond. So basically, he's outperformed it. But one of his partners OD'd a couple of years ago, Big Scar. And, it was rumored that Gucci asked for some change back. And, some of the families say he ain't sent no money for the funeral. Some families say he sent $10,000. And Gucci Mane's wife, either she showed receipts or spoke on to say they signed money for the funeral. But I'm saying it was smoke in the air about the Big Scar situation with Gucci and Shiesty in Memphis, period.
Okay.
So that's the beginning of the smoke. And I'm sure he feeling like he outperformed the contract because in his first song out, the FDO, he popping his rich shit. So I'm not understanding, I can understand wanting more, but you can't be popping this rich shit and crying at the same time. Like, which is it? But I'm saying like this, listen, bro, if you get out of jail popping this, I made $10, $20 million. I had $20 million waiting on me. Go to the CEO with a bag instead of a fucking pistol.
And Jugg, that's what I had a problem with.
With cash money?
Yeah. That's I guess that's what I was getting at, because I'm like, why, if you at this level and you'd have made that much money, and this both parties involved, but I know Gucci was the victim in this situation, and I got something else I want to ask you about this that I've been seeing about that part of it. But why are you trying to bring street business into real business, like corporate business? Now, once you cross a certain level of bread and make a certain amount of money, now you corporate, no matter how you dress it up, no matter if you ball cap, tennis shoe, when you playing with that type of money, this corporate business now. And another thing I wanted to ask you before I get to the Gucci point, Atlanta, Memphis, how did this altercation wind up happening in Dallas?
Because Pooh Shiesty relocated to Dallas when he got out.
That's what I was confused of. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the second part of that...
parole to Dallas.
Okay, cool. Second part of that question I wanted to ask, now again, people bringing hood politics into a corporate situation. A lot of people saying Gucci fraud for coming out, or he told, or all of... What's your opinion on all that?
Two things can be true. Gucci was right for what he did, but he also was wrong for what he did. It's just all about who you talk to. But Gucci 50, he 46, he my age, but I'm just saying, the man, we 50 years old, man. He ain't involved in street politics, but Gucci makes certain statements, like there's one circulating now about him saying, and I'm with whatever, just don't put the police on me. You can't make those kind of statements and then put the police on somebody. Yeah, they say the video was 4 years ago. Maybe he had an epiphany and changed in the last 4 years. But so, I'm saying, in my book, he a rat, and he wasn't wrong for ratting. If we being honest, that's how I feel. Man, I'm doing business, bro. But I can't ignore the fact that he did what Thug and them did and what everybody else did. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about it. But he wasn't wrong. But I'm saying on the street side, if you ever decide to come back this way, you got to know what we looking at. You feel me? How we looking at you.
But let me ask you this, then,
And
since you
that's
say
it, bro.
like
He wasn't wrong.
so let me ask you this then, like you say, if he wasn't wrong, Gucci about our age, what's the course of action for that? Because I always know, like you say, ain't no get back, ain't no. What's the course of action for getting a pistol to your head? What's the course of action at this age that's respectable?
Depending on who you are, bro. Like I'm saying, I'm judging the man off of what he say. He just made a statement. I can play it for you. Don't come with that fool. Just don't tell the police. That's all I ask. I'm gonna smoke you, is his words. When you say that, that's the course of action, my nigga. We're gonna hold you to that. But if you say, hey man, all that street shit, I ain't with it. You feel me? I'm over here eating, whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm retired. I hung my flag up, put my cleats in the locker. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. Like, don't be a gangster when it's convenient. But being honest with you, the way that read, they just said he identified the people. They didn't say he said who did what to me. They could have showed him a picture and say, who was this? They didn't say, is this the person that put the gun on you?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
I got you. The word no.
So if they come ask, if the white boy who was with him say, such and such and such and such robbed me, and then they go ask Gucci, okay, Gucci, like, I blanked out, man. I really don't know who did what. You feel me? Well, okay, well, who is this? And who is this? They said Gucci identified the people. They didn't say that he made a statement and whoop, whoop, whop. So you get what I'm saying? So you got to watch how the police will play on words too.
Yeah.
Because everybody's saying he did it for the insurance purposes. You can get that police report and not implicate nobody. You just got to report that something happened to you for insurance to cover. I got insurance on jury and shit. And they had my car broken into, all that shit tied into the house insurance and all that. You feel me?
Yeah.
So you get a police report without identifying nobody. But like I say, even if he said, hey man, Dontae, the junior and senior robbed me, them little dudes, whoop, 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 he ain't wrong. Because I'm there to conduct legit business. He ain't wrong.
See, that's I'm glad you brought up.
You gotta hold a football if you on a football field. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying the rat part. Like, don't never come. You can't come back this way because you know how we're gonna look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the other points you just made, I'm glad you brought up, because that's what I was hearing too. It was so many people involved that, of course, that's just like when Lil Wayne bus got shot up, or when Lil Wayne something happened on the tour, but they gonna put the biggest name out there or the biggest fish on the hook, to get the publicity. Because just like us, man, everybody, whether it's the news, whether it's a police station, it's content for everybody. Now we're in a content-driven world, but of some of the alleged people that were involved, how did you feel? Because like you say, Gucci our age. How did you feel about Pooh Shiesty being involved? And I know you done jumped on many times, bro, and said, like how you was introduced to the streets. It wasn't no cat giving you a bag to hustle. Like your pops put you on and said, hey, go get to it. I'm going to give you this. Go get to it. How did you feel about Pooh Shiesty daddy being in the room and letting that situation get to where it is, knowing his son just got out of jail and letting him crash out like that? Versus saying, hey, we need to play this smart, not being somebody with sense in the room.
That's why I think you're going wrong. They didn't say his daddy was in the room.
He wasn't in the room.
They just saying his daddy. They say his daddy booked the studio session. You complicit.
Okay.
If you book a studio session and a robbery happened at said session, we can name you as a suspect. To make you that like a person that's not street, that's really innocent, might cooperate in that instance. Like you got some big charges. So we just doing that to kind of scare you. If it's like to prove that he wasn't there, and man, I ain't know nothing about this. So it's just about we gonna throw as much as we can at the wall and see what sticks.
Man, bro,
I've heard reports that Pooh Shiesty pulled a gun, but I also heard that he slipped out of the studio before the robbery happened. So if that's the case, that's his leg to stand on. But and they could be charging him. I hope he flipped, considering his situation. So we gotta see, man. Like them details they gave in that, was very vague. You know what I'm saying? But they did say Pooh Shiesty could pull the gun himself. That was the one that, you know what I'm talking about? But I heard the boy had, like, before all the police business, when it was just a rumor that Gucci got robbed, story was circulating. And I had heard that Pooh Shiesty slipped out right before it happened, and his little homies was the one that took him down. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got the contract signed, woo-woo, and left. And then when he left, they went on with the jury and shit like, I don't want no jury. I want just paperwork. You feel me?
Yeah.
But it was dumb, man. They say the boy told Gucci, man, not Gucci, his assistant. But it's not, that's conflicting too. Because the police say, he told the assistant, keep moving, I'm going to shoot you. But, you know, the sensationalizer, the streets say, he told Gucci, man, Gucci was like, hey, man, you know, this ain't going to go like this. You got to have lawyers. And he said, shut up before I shoot you on GP. So maybe it was two threats of shooting somebody, or the stories being conflated and sensationalized like they tend to do. But, hey, man, it was a crash dummy move, and where it go. Gucci, man, wasn't wrong for nothing he did. I don't know how I would have handled it. I like to think, I would like to think I wouldn't have went to the police, to be for real. I like to think that it'd have been some action at one of them shows. Your music career wasn't going to go off without a hitch, bro. That's all I'm saying, if it had been me.
Yeah.
That's what I like to think. But, you know, I got people that love me. I got a wife. I got people that love me who will talk you off a cliff. You feel me?
And see, that's what I'm saying.
But
if you
I don't
thinking
believe
from,
I would be.
And look, Jugg, if you thinking from two throw, Jugg, I'd be like, shit, you gonna get active. But I'm thinking of shit, Paw Jugg, man, my wife, my old lady, kids, Greg. I'm thinking from that Jugg perspective, like, is it worth going back out there crashing out, risking it all, or is it like I'm gonna have to play
But
this
I'm
smooth?
still,
You know what
even
I'm
if
saying?
I might let you make it, I'm not gonna go tell you. I don't think I would have told what I'm saying.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I may not have got no revenge. I would like to think I would have. Me knowing me, I would like to think I would have. But like I say, when you bring up Mook and shit, it might have just, nigga, I'm gonna make you suffer on this paperwork, boy. You boys gonna regret putting a gun in my face. That's
Look,
what
see,
I'm saying.
there you go.
Because I know Gucci picked this job. You got to live amongst this bullshit, which rats are okay now. They have careers, so he may be okay. But he been taking a hit. It ain't going like it did for Young Thug and 6ix9ine now. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. You may go bones in this business. That's what I'm saying.
And like you just said,
I'm
though,
saying he's close to the concert. He got a concert next week, man. In the comments, everybody saying, nigga, fuck you. I don't want you to come down here.
Damn.
You feel
so
me?
It's already like that with it.
That way, bro.
See, I ain't know that.
Man, I'm telling you, like I said,
though,
that could be bots, that could be YNs. We'll know when he do his first show.
When he do his show.
Somebody gonna record, like, man, damn, I came to Gucci Man show just to see, man, there's 12 people here. Or this sucker rocking like it never rocked before. You feel me? And it's in Detroit. Now that I'm thinking, the show is in Detroit, they were like, nigga, we don't fuck with you already because this Jeezy town. And nah, man, we don't want him down here. Yeah, so we'll see.
You made a good point, though, man. When you get to this age, man, I just want them YNs to know, man, it's more than one way to skin a cat. Sometimes your get back might not look as gangster as other. It don't even have to be the police involved. But, man, I promise you, bro, your life will be hell. Or what could come next, or what you think could. It might not be putting nobody in the ground, but you're going to definitely feel that you have wronged me in some type of way. Some type of way, you're going to feel it. But your favorite cousin.
Yeah, you're going to feel it. And he done felt it in his pockets. You see Finesse
his pockets,
like a
anything.
fish out of water?
Yeah. But
I own the contract, bro.
Exactly. And now that this didn't happen, it ain't no which telling how. Now, we done talked about all the street shit scenarios of it, but now that this didn't happen, it ain't no telling how the contractual situation finna end up now, what's gonna happen with that. So either way it goes, it's gonna be a lose-lose.
You stuck in a bullshit contract. Ain't nothing changing.
Facts.
I never pack. You feel me? You gonna be stuck in a standard contract, and I know it's pennies. He getting pennies. You feel me? Like he just sold so many records on that first song to where it worked out anyway. You feel me?
Yeah.
But for the rest of your life, I'll just, the guy, we're going to jail. Ain't no more rapping, man. That's over with. In my opinion.
For real.
I could be wrong, but I don't see Pooh doing no rapping no time soon on this side.
The thing about that is like this old saying, it's like the old saying say though, Jugg, when you shoot at the king, man, you better hit, you better not miss. You done miss now. You done win with your move. You done pushed all your chips to the table, ate all your cards, and you missed. So now, whatever come after that shit, you got to eat that.
Yeah. Well, we know one thing. He's stuck for sure. Ain't no negotiating now. Now I'm gonna take you to the bank. I'm gonna make you take me to court to get your royalties you do earn.
All that now.
I'm going with it.
All that now, because now
I'm gonna make you hire lawyers to even collect the royalties you do. I do naturally owe you. Instead of me shooting them like I've been doing, I'm just going to tie them up in paperwork.
All that. But look, man, we're going to shift gears to your favorite cousin, Boosie, man. That boy that made another outlandish statement. And, I sat back, Jugg, initially, I was like, man, Boosie be tripping, man. But, recently he said he think R. Kelly can take Michael Jackson in a versus. Now, I'm not saying he can, but when I sat back and actually thought about R. Kelly, take all the charges aside, because when you look at him through that scope, you automatically, you gonna shut down the argument. But when you look at what R. Kelly was doing musically, before all the allegations, before the trial and stuff like that, strictly on a music basis and performance and hits, I ain't gonna even say performance, because I don't put nobody in a category with Beyonce, Michael Jackson, and Chris Brown as far as Usher, as far as performance. I know you say you done seen some nice performances too. I ain't a big concert goer, but strictly off music and catalog, does R. Kelly even have a chance against Mike?
It would be a good versus, but I still see Mike edging him 13.
Yeah.
I see Mike edging him 13-7. Man, Michael Jackson got some. Man, Mike got 2 albums, man. That could, and he got shit after that. I'm just being honest with you, but I'm just saying, you go off the wall and Thriller, bro. That's about 25 songs right there. I don't see R. Kelly beating him. You know what I'm saying? He gonna win some rounds, but Mike gonna win. Oh, that's just how I feel, bro. You know.
And look,
and I ain't even talking about Thriller. Well, you know, you got the song with Chris Tucker in the music video. Man, you just got a bunch of shit that he did, black and white.
Yeah. Remember the Time was one of my favorite songs.
Man,
too,
Mike got some shit. And then Mike done produced on some shit. See, all and versus everything go.
Everything go.
And R. Kelly produced on some shit, but I just don't think his moments gonna be Mike moments. Like
Jugg, I want to put something in context for you.
Early 2000s can't. Go ahead.
When I saw, and this was back in the day, this was videos, this Thriller, like you say, converting over to that, and seeing Michael Jackson concerts, this was before social media era, this was before, YouTube era. When I seen people, I'm talking about of all colors, different languages, nationalities, don't even understand what Mike's saying, just the energy he would put in the arena, people passing out, had to be resuscitated, aired out and shit like that. This before information and music is spread like it's spreading now. So to me, like you say, Kelly gonna win a couple rounds, but I just think it's like Michael Jordan. Don't play with Mike, bro. I don't even think you should play with Mike like that.
Versus be all in. Who there to help you make your playlist? Because every artists think every song is their best one.
Yeah.
I've seen artists go in there and just not play the order right and throw things off a little bit. These songs, Dipset did that. Like they went too heavy, too Cameron heavy, and not enough group heavy. And they lost. Misjudgment. So even if that's the case, Mike gonna take him 10-9. 11-9, I mean.
Yeah.
But that would be the only thing that can make Mike have a bad night. Him just picking a bad playlist, you feel me? Because artists be different about what they like in terms of you feel me? That show CD get picked by the fans.
Yeah. But I think we agree overall, no matter how good the verses be, shit, Mike walking away from that. Like, it's the king of pop. He the king for a reason. But speaking of bad judgment, people having bad judgment, Pam Bondi recently got fired. Somebody who's exercised a lot of bad judgment during her tenure as Attorney General. Probably gonna get a tell-all book from her at some point. But when you first saw that Pam Bondi got I'm gonna just say, for better lack of term of the word, sacrifice, not in a killing type word, but just somebody had to roll at this point. We got the war going on, we got economy down, we got other stuff going. So somebody had to roll. But when you seen that Pam, because she's been that is one of the most arrogant ladies I have seen in these trials and going to Capitol Hill, the way she been so submissive. Man, what did you think when you seen she got fired?
That what she get. And this what she had coming, bro. Listen, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all act like Trump didn't have the most people on his staff fired ever from a president, bro. Last term. We only a year in, bro.
Facts.
Last term, that boy had like 107 staff members quit or just leave.
Yeah.
So that I expected this. People start off on the money train, you feel me? And then it become too much to bear. And then they start dropping like flies and becoming pawns to him. You feel me? Them
collateral damage.
Be a pawn or open your eyes. And that's
collateral
what typically happened with Trump. Like a lot, they open their eyes like, nope. After this, I'm gonna end up in jail falling on the knife for you. Let me dip out while I'm a year in, where I could just come to testify when they need testimony. Because I ain't finna be here for the whole ride. And that's what it is. You feel me?
And I'm telling you, right now she hush hush because I'm quite sure it got all type of gag orders, and Trump still holds a certain level of power that right now people don't want to play with Trump. They don't want to cross him. But mark my words, in about 10 years, if maybe so, if old boy end up taking his final nap, 10 years or less, we're going to get a tell-all book, and there's going to be some tears behind it, and she's going to try to rebound and rebuild her reputation out there in the world. Right now, she's going to be hush hush and play the play. Just take this one on the chin. But I think we're going to get a tell-all book here. Hopefully I'm alive to see it, just to hear some of the stuff that really went on behind the scenes with this administration. Because it's going to go down eventually, just like with the Epstein shit. I was just telling my old lady, I say, forget Trump. I ain't even worried about him. The power that be that's protecting these Epstein files, don't think of this shit. There's too much open and shut information that's been put out that if these Epstein files really wanted to be adjudicated and put out, that it wouldn't have been out by now. And it ain't just Trump. I want people to know that. I know we talk about Trump a lot and bash him, which deservedly so, but it's people way above him and people that's involved with this that's keeping these files shut, and it will not open no time soon. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, definitely. I was looking at the stats for the last term. He had a 92% turnover.
That's crazy.
Top level aides by January 2021. That's crazy, bro. And that's crazy. See a lot of that, bro. You see, listen, man, the woman, the black Supreme Court justice just read him and let him know that, man, what you trying to do is unconstitutional, man. Like, I don't know, and just set him down like a child. And, he hate for a woman to tell him that thing, and definitely a black woman.
A black woman?
He'll be berating her on Truth Social. She's a judge, Supreme Court judge that he appointed.
Or
that Biden appointed. I think Biden made it. That black woman, he appointed her, right?
No, she may have been already. I don't want to misquote because I don't know for sure. But she may have been sitting already. There may have been one that was kind of rolled over from that. But I will say this.
I'm going to find out. It was either him or Biden.
That's what I'm saying. She might have been from Biden. But I tell you this, though. He made a clean sweep of all Biden people, so it wouldn't surprise me if she knew. Because he wanted all his people in place so he could do a lot of the bullshit that he been doing. So it wouldn't be surprising me if that was one of the ones he put in place. And then it got stuff going on with your boy.
Okay.
She was already there.
Biden appointed Katana Brown Jackson. That's her name. Biden appointed
I thought so. But I just say, well, people are getting the comments and want to fact check you. So I didn't want to say for sure because I know he turned over a lot of Biden people. That's why I'm
fact checking myself. When I talk about him, I want to be factual. But she really be right. And he ain't like it because he left the hearing early. Like he thought he was going to go in there and intimidate them people. Because he was getting back feedback that it ain't going so well. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah.
And it ain't work.
But look, we got to talk about this. Speaking of staff turning over and people losing their staff. Your favorite subject, man. Your squad. LeBron losing staff members. Got Luka just went down. Got Austin Reeves. AR just went down. AR-15 just went down. Your squad, I know he ain't your boy, but your squad, how they gonna finish off the season? Right now, they sitting number 3 in the West. They sitting number 3. Will your hate for LeBron overtake your love for the Lakers?
Definitely. Like, it's hard for me to root my team, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't completely hurt my feelings to see him win, but it's hard for me to root for him. Like, it's weird. It's like being an outsider. I swear to God, like, the dude fans just make me not even want to root for my team. Like, the outlandish things they put into the world. So, but hey, man, it wouldn't surprise me, bro. I don't know. The farther you fall in the playoff standings, 8 play 1 and vice versa. So I can't say they falling off. I was finna say maybe they trying to tank to get down to about number 8. Man, I don't know, man. It's a rusty culture, man. Well, Luka really hurt, and I ain't see what Austin Reeves did. And they both will be back for the playoffs, man. They ain't gonna lose every game. They 3. Worst case, they going in 8, bro. That's how I feel.
Yeah. So let me ask you this,
then. If it get any worse than that, it just ain't gonna hurt my feelings, bro.
Let me ask you this, then. Just from a LeBron standpoint, at the age he at now, and he usually rests, he doing load management and stuff right now. Can he carry him for the rest? Ain't much season left. Can he carry him for the rest of the season just to hold the foot down till they get back, until they make that playoff run?
I think he got the capabilities, bro, to they might need to win about 6, 7 games.
Yeah.
I think he could pull that off. Yeah. I mean, he ain't out there by himself, so it ain't all him, but I'm just saying. Of course, if they gone, more points for him. So we just going to need Hoochie Murray and all them old boys to do their job. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they
He
like you
should
said, they
be
got
able to.
yeah. They got a serviceable team, man. They ain't just the cupboard ain't empty. But like I say, LeBron at the point now where he's still getting 20 some a night, still not, he ain't playing defense the way at the peak he used to, but you got to respect him on the court. And he's figured out, he's so smart playing the game. I got to give him his props that he figured out ways to manipulate and rest on the court where he ain't just killing himself. So I think at this point of the season, he can get to the finish line just so they get back. So I ain't tripping on that. But one last question before we wrap up basketball, because we missed this last episode. We got a chance to talk about a couple other sports topics, but we didn't get a chance to mention who you got for the MVP vote for this year and in this regular season, because we wanted to talk on Wemby, but we left him out. When you see Wemby, SGA, Jaylen Brown, who else? It's one other person. I think Luka was in there, but I don't know if the injury gone, because you know they got this game restriction now. You got to play a certain amount of games.
The last I saw, that was the top 5.
Yeah.
Last I saw them was the top 5. And I saw Wemby getting, me personally.
You feel like Wemby deserved it though? You think because SGA didn't actually had a better season than he had last year when he won.
Huh?
SGA has better, and I ain't talking about better season than Wemby. He's had a better personal season, is what I'm saying, when he won it last year. SGA.
Okay, well Wemby wasn't having the season he having this year, last year. He's just doing things that I ain't seen. That's just me. You feel me? Mm. That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't hurt my feelings to see Wemby in the damn. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings if Shea get it again. You be for real, but it's out of them too.
Shea a dog. And
that's how I feel. I feel like them the two. If Luka could have came through with a couple, do his thing, couple 40, about 4 40-point games to end the season off, he could have been in talks too. It wouldn't hurt my feelings to see Luka get it. You know what I'm saying? Like if he earned it.
Yeah.
They all playing good ball, bro. They all playing good ball, to be for real.
Nah, they really are. But I'm gonna tell you who I be quietly wishing that get a little more recognition. And to me, it's just because he bucked the system. I like Jaylen Brown, dog. He bucked the system, bro. He don't play the political game of the NBA. He square business about what he do. He ain't bullshitting with, being buddy. When he come, he know how these endorsement works. He know how he get left out. I just would like to see him get a little bit more recognition. Can't argue with nothing you said about how people balling, but he has carried the Celtics without Tatum pretty much all year and has played at an MVP level. But I feel like the league, with the way he takes stands on political issues and racial issues, I feel like the league don't give him his just due.
You right. I can't knock that. I was finna say, like, he ain't no Shea and no Wemby, but he has been playing good ball. And I just agree. I don't feel like he should be the MVP. I do feel like the league they got it. We know they got it in for him. Ain't no feel like. Let me stop putting out feel like. The league don't like Jaylen Brown and his stances, bro.
Yeah.
When he went go play with Ice Cube at the time when Ice Cube was beefing with the NBA, they don't like his stances, bro.
That's fair.
And some of the stuff he said, publicly about the league and how they do things. So we know how that go, man. We got to, like the boy that was on the Texas say, man, you got to keep, what he said at that time, you got to keep them in order when they was kneeling and stuff. You got to you can't let the slaves run the prison or something like that.
Yeah.
That's how they feel about Jaylen Brown.
That's exactly how they feel.
We don't pay you for your opinion, boy. We pay you to play basketball.
For real.
And for real, that's how they feel, bro. He said it. We letting the prisoners run the yard. Nigga, this is a football league. You refer to these niggas as prisoners?
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
So
but that
that's
just
how they
show you
feel
in
about
this day
Jaylen
and time.
Brown.
Yeah, and that just show you in this day and time how they still feel about us. Yeah, it just show you how they still feel about us as a whole. For real.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Well, let me ask you this, though, before we wrap up, though, man. Let me ask you this. I want your opinion on this because I like to call shit prematurely before we go. Now, we seen Wemby progression, Jordan career in the books, Kobe career in the books, LeBron still playing. He could maybe squeeze one more championship out. Early on, what you seen in Wemby, can he surpass those 3?
What 3?
Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. Because no matter how we feel about Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron, because no matter how you feel, these are the 3 GOAT conversations. Can he surpass those 3?
If he healthy, numbers records meant to be broken, bro.
Mm.
If he stay healthy and do that for 20 years, 18 years, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel. The record's meant to be broken.
And the reason why
everybody
I'm saying that
now is common practice to get this. What's that now?
No, I'm just saying the reason why I'm saying it because we've seen, like I said, we've seen the best of LeBron. We've seen what Jordan career ended, 6 titles, undefeated in the finals. We know what Kobe do, Mamba mentality, assassin, 81-point game. We know what those guys do, but this is for the first time in a long time. Because even when I seen LeBron play, I seen sprinkles of magic. Even when I seen Kobe play, mirror image of Jordan. For the first time in a long time, I'm seeing something I ain't never seen before. A 7'4", 7'5", with handles, upper, ain't no alley you can throw in the gym too high. Like, this is the first time I'm actually seeing something in years of watching sports different. And I got a lot of and then for another thing, he got a mentality that I hadn't seen from these youngsters here lately. This boy, he want to smoke. He want to tell people I want to be MVP. He not going to try to buddy up with people. He got that killer mentality. So I think for the first time, we can see somebody that really can put his face on the Mount Rushmore. And I just wanted to see how you felt about him early on.
I feel like, man, shit. Man, if Shea keeps going like he's going, Shea gonna be up there if he can stay healthy. It's all about health. But what I was gonna say is it's common practices for these dudes to take care of their body like that now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's common practice to do what Bron doing and to try to stay healthy. You know, some people get unfortunate to have the inevitable Achilles and this and that. But them boys is working out, training, and paying to get their body taken care of. So we definitely going. I just hope we live to see it. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, for real. For real.
Records made to be broke.
I ain't never
like
seen
to see one more change in the.
I ain't never seen nobody get triple doubles with blocks besides Wilt Chamberlain, but that was before my time. This boy getting triple doubles with blocks. Shit crazy, dog.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, Jugg. To see his skill set out there just walking on the court,
bro,
man, this dude's an alien.
This story caught my attention, man. Damn, I wish I could play that clip. The girl from Texas, man, got all the best stats ever in female college basketball. She ain't never been voted All-American or none of that, man. Her coach flashed out.
Rory.
And he was right, man. He stood up for a little black girl.
Rory. Huh? That's Rory. Her name Rory.
Yeah. He said, man, she got the best, ain't nobody scored this many points, rebounds, blocks, steals, assists. I'm talking about the top 4. He'd be like, we may never see this again in the history of women's basketball. And y'all ain't never voting her All-American and whatever. I'm like, damn. I keep up with girls basketball when they get to the Final Four. So that's how I come up on that. You feel me? That's how I do sports, not the playoffs, because all the betting and shit.
And it's man, like I said, we're in a media-driven thing. It's crazy who the media kind of latches on to and all that. Because if Diana Taurasi or Caitlin Clark or all them would have been putting up numbers like that, they would have been plastered everywhere. And I'm just like you. Until he flashed out, I didn't know Rory was putting up numbers like that. I was like, damn, and I had to go back and kind of start researching her and seeing what she did, catching her highlights. I'm like, oh, she a killer. And for the national media not to even mention her, that was criminal, dog. She ain't even been mentioned this year. I ain't know nothing about her.
All the podcast basketballers. I ain't never seen nobody mention this little girl, bro.
Nobody, dog.
Shit.
So I'm just like you. I caught that story the other day, and just so happened, me and my daughter was talking about that. Cause my daughter asked me, did I know her? Because it kind of flashed the way old boy came out. And I want to say, man, shout out Texas coach for standing up for that young lady like that and making her get the recognition that she should have been getting. But the way he put it out there on blast, it made people go look her up. It made people go pay attention to her highlights and her stats. So hopefully, man, that translate, because you see the WNBA they got a bag now. So hopefully that translate. If it don't translate in college, hopefully that momentum that he done put on her name now, put some eyes on her, hopefully that momentum translates to the WNBA.
It's going to go to the combine and and maybe she gets some endorsement deals and things to really get her right.
Yeah, man.
That was fun. Them WNBA girls, man. The money ain't money in over there.
For real.
But you say they got bags, hopefully that change.
Facts. And I think it's coming because the momentum there, and they got eyes on them now. They got eyes on them. But wrap us up, cuz. Wrap us up out of here.
Say, man, the block is hot. Act like you know me, not like you owe me, man. Talk to me slick. Don't talk to me quick. Don't talk to me slick. Yeah, man. This is your boy Jugg, 911. We got WDH Apparel. Boom. AVG. Rock with us, man.
Y'all already know, man. Y'all know how we close it out, man. Even though the block hot, man, we cooler than a polar bear toenails. Shit, we doing legendary. Stay on the lookout, man. We're going to be coming back to back to back now. We pulling up that momentum. We hitting our mid-year stride, so stay tuned. We'll be coming back, tapping in with y'all soon. We out. One. How's it?